Hey guys. Um, so going into week 3, I wanted to kind of set you guys up for success. With that being said, I had a great time today with you guys. You guys were on the ball. You showed up on time. You were ready to work, and that's something that says a lot about you guys as professionals. And that'll carry on very well into the industry. A few quick notes before we go into and recap everything. It's come to my attention that some have not covered the administrative requirements necessary to initiate the accreditation process. Please keep in mind that's only $75. That's going to be a fee that will basically start with your materials, and you'll be auto drafted as soon as, or auto redirected to the materials page once registering. You can also, at the point, cover the full registration amount. I wanted to leave the options there for you guys. You're welcome, and I encourage you to do it. If there's any difference in there, it's probably from the taxes being added to the form. I've waived any type of late fee registration. Usually there's a late fee associated for registering in the second week. I'm not worried about that. Keep in mind too, if you're looking at the form and it may look different, I've added the option to cover both fees all in one, and a lot of that was aimed at reducing duplication on the effort of the student. So I've provided that in the link below. You'll see it, Lean Six Sigma Black Belt registration. You'll click on it, and like I said, you'll have the option to cover the full amount. I prefer you do that. That way, when we get done with the projects and exam, it's completely finished, and we can issue your certifications outside of right as soon as the class and the projects are graded. So I just ask you guys to cover that. I had an absolutely good time with you guys today. We talked about a few different things. We picked right up where we left off with Project Charter. We dove into it, and we seamlessly transitioned into the measurement phase of Six Sigma. Okay. Now, one of the things that in our discussions, we were able to connect the dots on a few different key metrics that are critical in Six Sigma analysis. That's going to be defect percentages, yield percentages, DPMO, and we delve deep into how these metrics narrate with a normal distribution. The shedding the light on the importance of statistical analysis on our project. I also showed you how the empirical rule kind of blends into it. I know we might be still a little bit going into it, a little bit uneasy with it. However, by the third week, we should have a module that's going to help us kind of go through and really hone in our skills when it comes to the measurement phase. We'll dive more into that next week. My kind of homework for you guys, of course, watch this video. It just kind of recaps everything we talk about in the email. But number one, the workbook. I've given you the workbook. It covers weeks 1 through 3. I would encourage you guys to go up to value stream mapping, because I want to dive into that a little bit more next week, just to get people a little bit more familiar with it. You should have completed the online training module. If not, that's okay. Just start it, go through, digest it slowly. It's a lot to take in, and blend that with your workbook. Okay. The group assignments, right? You're going to be responsible for meeting with your team. I would highly suggest you set up a Google Teams meet, and that's going to enable you to go through and set up teams. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that real fast. So basically, if you're looking at your Gmail account, you can set this up and do team meets. You would just come in here, click meets, and new meeting, create a meeting, and then you would give this access code to your team. Again, it's pretty easy. You're just going to set it up that way. And you're going to be responsible. You're not going to be meeting on our Zoom link just because we may have classes going on or sometimes meetings, and I can't, manage that and put you in your own breakout rooms. That's why I leave a lot of this up to you guys in regards to meeting and setting up times. And, between working professionals, you guys should be able to kind of knock this out. Some kind of directives for the teams. You should be able to meet together and create a project charter for your Amazon case study. We may not be done with all of the measurement phase, but this is going to give us a good approach to start it. I'd ask you guys to also, the roster you guys created today, we had a few additional people join us today, so make sure that you get that roster and distribute it out. Team captains, that's on you to be, kind of proactive in that approach and making sure you're readily available in case, there's any type of communication that needs to go about in regards to setting clear timelines of when you're going to meet, and that's just kind of set up as a way for you guys to kind of rotate what times would be best. I expect you guys to meet at least 4 hours between now and next week's session, right? Make sure that you're having clear professional communication. If things start to go south, I really don't want it to damage the relationships and working environment that we've created here. So if there's disagreements or anything like that, I don't think there will be up to this point, but just going forward, just kind of making sure we're all on the same page about expectations. You are required to be in those breakout rooms with your group. Those are the times where it's going to be set up where you create a project charter. The rest of this email is going to be in regards to post work for week 1. Those of you that are just joining us, I've put together this module that's going to help. As you can see, there's a little bit of administrative stuff we had to do today with new people coming in, and so that's kind of helped kind of catch up for some of that. Other than that, just make sure you guys are, if you haven't covered that $75 fee, that needs to be covered prior to going into the 3rd week. If you want to go ahead and cover the full amount, that just makes things a little bit easier, especially on our end in regards to instead of sending it out and then sending more additional accreditation verifications, we can send them all at once. So if you guys can help me out in taking care of that, I don't expect the full amount, but you're welcome to do so. Just note that that full amount will need to be covered, at the end of class, right? And that's going to cover everything from your accreditation to your fees, everything that's required. And, this is something that enables us to be able to serve you past this course in regards to employer verification. When an employer reaches out, discusses your projects, asks different things in regards to transcripts. These are all things that combine and help us add more value to you as a student and a job prospect candidate. So, you guys, great job this week. I will see you guys next week. I think the only last thing I want to add is next week I should have some dates finalized for. We had some people we had to turn away from this class just because it started to get a little bit too big, and some just really weren't able to meet the time constraints so shortly. So I should have some new dates kind of set up in a flyer to ask you guys just to kind of talk about the program. And if you guys have any kind words about the program, feel free to message us and let me know, because a lot of this, I'm a volunteer, and I do a lot of this just really just to help and give back to my veteran community and my the people that really deserve it. And you guys showcasing that you're wanting to take control of your education and take control of your education and career opportunities, that says a lot about you as well. So great job on week 2, and we'll see you guys in week 3. If you guys want to show up early, I'll probably pop in about 30 minutes early, and we can just kind of cover anything, set up breakout rooms, those type of things. So see you guys soon, and I hope you have a great, productive week. And those of you that are overseas, well, I guess everybody, I hope you're safe, and I hope you have a wonderful week.